Isabela Ferrer Deposition, page 81. This case? Yes. Anything else that has impacted your opinion of Mr. Baldoni other than what you have already told us? What Alex expressed to me that he experienced on set, which had to do with me? Okay. Can you tell us about that? The first day I met Alex and the first day I was on set, before the intimacy rehearsal, which I had earlier referenced, I was told this after the fact, months later, because Alex expressed that he didn't want me to feel uncomfortable, but Alex told me that he had a private conversation while we were on the way to the car to drive to Jersey City, in which Justin pulled Alex aside and said, "I really want you to get to know Isabela well," and winked at him. And other than that, there was a time, the second to last day before, pages 105 to 110. Did Miss Lively ever share with you an incident where Mr. Baldoni was in her trailer and crying? I don't recall. Are you aware of Mr. Baldoni or Mr. Heath or anyone from Wayfarer encouraging Blake to film a birth scene in the nude? No. And I apologize if I have already asked this. Were you ever on set during the filming when Blake was filming? Yes. Did you ever witness Justin Baldoni improvise physical contact with Blake Lively? Roser. Objection. No. Did Miss Lively ever complain to you that Justin Baldoni was improvising physical contact with her? No. Ferrer Exhibit 2, marked for identification. Miss Ferrer, I'm going to show you what we have marked as Ferrer number 2, and I'm going to ask you if you recognize this document. Yes. And at some point in this litigation, were you asked to make a search for any records or communications that you may have that might be relevant to the claims or defenses in this action? Yes. And is this one of those documents that you retrieved and produced pursuant to the subpoena? Yes. And I think you said in May of 2023 you were filming or on set. Yes, one day of filming. And did you meet the intimacy coordinator at that time? No. When for the first time did you meet the intimacy coordinator? In June, in the intimacy rehearsal? The one that you had already discussed with us? Yes. So Ferrer number 2 is a text exchange, and it is Bates stamped IF_24. And those are just the little red numbers at the bottom for identification purposes. Was this text exchange your first interaction with Lizzy Talbot, the intimacy coordinator for It Ends With Us? I can't recall if I met her first or if this text was first. And the only reason I ask is on June 16th, 2023 at 7:15 p.m. there is a text at the top that says, "Hey Isabela, it's Lizzy here, intimacy coordinator for IEWU," which I'm going to assume stands for It Ends With Us. So I'm assuming this may have been your first interaction with Miss Talbot. Yes. And then it goes on to read, "Are you free later this afternoon for a quick chat about the Lily and Atlas scene? Thanks, Lizzy." Did I read that correctly? Yes. Did you wind up having a chat with Lizzy Talbot about the scenes between you and Alex? Yes. Anything during that conversation with Lizzy Talbot that was concerning? No. If you go to the bottom half of the page, the blue box on June 23rd, 2023 at 5:09, is that a text that you sent? Yes. And did you send that text withdrawn? When in relation to filming did you send that text? This was in the duration of when I was filming. So this was subsequent to the rehearsal, after the rehearsal, and the scene was actually filmed. Is that correct? Yes. Can you read what you wrote to Lizzy Talbot? Sure. Thank you so much for your help. You were incredible, and given I've never done that before, I felt like it was the easiest thing ever. So thank you. And was that sent after an intimate scene had been filmed? Yes. Did you have any issues, concerns, or problems with that scene? Roser, objection. Michaelman, objection. Other than what I referenced earlier? Yes. No. Other than what you have referenced earlier? No. Did you ever complain to Lizzy Talbot about what you testified to earlier? Roser, objection. No. Did anyone prompt you to send this text to Miss Talbot? No. Did anyone ask that you send this text to Miss Talbot? No. Was this an accurate characterization of how you felt at the time when you sent this text? Michaelman, objection. Roser, join. Is how I felt when working with Lizzy, yes. Was Justin present when the scene was filmed? Yes. Was he acting as director at the time when the intimate scene was? Page 172. LOL. Why were you of the opinion that Justin Baldoni was the best con artist you had ever witnessed? I think I, at this time, believed that he, due to us all seemingly doing our press without him, there had been a narrative that was spun in which he had been victim to us all bullying him and icing him out of press and out of all of these things, in which then he was able to play up this narrative that he had been a victim to us bullying him, which I obviously don't think I ever bullied him. But I guess I saw the way that things were playing out online as an ingenuine narrative, so I guess I associated that with a con artist. That was the description I used. Okay, was it Justin's idea that you and the other cast members and Colleen do press without him? Michaelman, objection. Roser, objection. Page 175. On page IF_28, in the middle, you wrote, absolutely. I really hope he feels one day morally responsible for promoting bullying towards us after the way he's treated us already. And I'm grateful I'm not taking it too personally and am aware that it's BS. I'm going to stop there. How did Justin promote bullying towards you? Given the online hate that I was getting, it seemed like there was nothing being done to speak out against the bullying that was happening to the women and the cast while he was going along with the rest of his press run, and I assume anybody that was online would have seen what was going on. So also from what I had gathered information-wise from people such as Blake, it was kind of assumed that due to hiring a PR crisis manager that this kind of narrative was starting to get spun online. Page 183. I think your answer was, I think at that point, the fact that he wasn't recognizing that something was happening was enough for me to not want to speak to him. And I think you are referring to the something happening as the negative online comments. Is that correct? Yes. Roser, objection. Were you seeing any negative online comments about Justin Baldoni? No. The only negativity that you saw was towards your fellow actors and myself and yourself, mainly me. Roser, objection. You can put that one to the side. Ferrer, Exhibit 7, marked for identification. Ms. Ferrer, I'm going to show